A lot of questions are spinning around in my head on the thing we do, on the things we value. Later on, I'm beginning to dive deeper into the self investigations involving a very neuron of mine. What has caused me to think of all these things was a story about a kid on a newspaper. After I read the story about this boy, I questioned the lightness of my feelings I had during the day. His story occupied a small area on one of these back pages. No, this is not a fun story today you will read on here. Everything started in the beginning of a summertime. Jane had noticed her son Andrew was limping. The ache in his leg was coming and going. They thought it was probably just growing pains. Yes, our hero's name is Andrew. That summer, Andrew just turned 9. Doctors diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma, a rare and aggressive cancer. Andrew started a 36-week regimen of chemotherapy right away. Right here, I got a question that I do not want in my chest anymore. I really want to know. Why do kids get cancer? I always picture them playing and running around in the park. It's scary and sad to see a baby under chemo. That really hurts. Andrew was in the hospital 3 weeks of each month for chemo treatment, and sometimes with complications. His tumor responded well to the treatment, though, and he eventually had surgery to remove his femur and replace it with a rod of cadaver bone. I just remember how angry I turned at myself today. I could not finish a report on time. I was so mad at me. The fat layer building around my waist was another concern to me. But now, how stupid of me to think about these miserable problems in my life. Life has many faces. I see the one facing me. How about the other faces of it? Andrew met one of those faces which I never saw. During his growth years, Andrew endured bone lengthening surgery every 4 to 6 months, a routinely painful process, but one much better than the alternative of losing his leg altogether. Andrew loves drawing. It's one of the solid bonds he established with life. He is so talented. Each time I hear the word cancer, I remember my father's face. He died of cancer developing in his digestive tract. Then I was in college and away from home. I did not often used to go home. Once my dad caught this illness, Mom did not let me know, since she was hoping that he could recover from it. Hope is the first and only life-feeding fact for cancer-stricken families. He had almost 20 to 30 days to live when I saw him after the illness. The person I was looking at was absolutely different from my dad. He was somebody else. He was having difficulty to stand on his feet. He rarely smiled. He had like no flesh at all. That damn thing turned my dad into a skeleton. I tried everything that came to my mind not to cry in front of him when I saw his helplessness. Actually, it was me who was helpless. I remember his doctor wanted to talk to me in private. He advised me to be careful with my nutrition. He believed that this damn thing might be hereditary. My father died exactly 20 days after the doctor mentioned it. I remember the nightmares that I had lost him. I used to sweat in my sleep and wake up yelling. His smiling face effectively and relentlessly haunted me for 3 to 4 months. Those were the days I started believing life worse faces than its good ones. How about Andrew? How come his innocence can't shield him away from that damn thing? And why can't I put the word child next to the word cancer? Why do I feel something stuck in my throat? Why can't I let out the breath I keep in for minutes? Why do I squeeze my eyes in fear? I feel fear because I believe these small and pretty young people don't deserve an ending so early. Honestly, I hated when life acted sneakily and showed its ugly face. Coming back to the news on the paper, Andrew sees an intensive loss of hair under chemo. Pain grows as time passes by. What is interesting and striking is that he never gives up drawing. Oh my God, I believe in your greatness in time of need. That's the magic phrase, not to give up. This boy never gives up his bonding with life. Drawings grab and cover him by both hands. One day, Andrew decided to join a drawing contest. For him, joining it matters more to him than winning it. Hey folks, we have to take a lesson here. We adults often forget this, right? As the destiny shows up and Andrew wins the contest. Andrew also got involved in Children's Cancer Research Fund when he submitted a drawing to the Butterfly Art Contest and won. That was so key in Andrew's healing, his mom says. So many bad things happened during his treatment. He lost weight, lost his hair, couldn't play sports anymore. The contest was a real highlight for him. He was honored at the Dawn of a Dream Gala, where he received an award. Andrew was only one of those kids who need help. They expect other people might give a helping hand to them. Below is a picture of Andrew I found on the web, and also below is the page where people can donate to the research fund. Today, do something different and be a part of the smiling destiny for those lovely kids.